Hi, this is Chick Shane Mosley, and you're watching True School Sports.
All right. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports. Now, happy Sunday. It's a Sunday as I'm shooting this video. You know, got the True School Sports Vice City gear on. You know, gonna drop that merch store soon. So if y'all want the True School Sports Vice City gear, y'all be on the lookout for that and support the channel in that way. But wanted to talk about a fight that's apparently in negotiations between two very, in my opinion, good fighters in the 118-pound division. It was reported recently that Guillermo Rigondeaux and Riel Casimero have recently started negotiations for a fight in the future. Now, obviously, when we talk about Riel Casimero, us as boxing fans have been very disappointed this year in what's been going on with Casimero, not because he's a bad fighter or he's turned in a bad performance or anything like that, but more so because he was supposed to fight Nayo Monster Inoue. That fight was supposed to happen. I think it was in April. It didn't happen like a lot of fights in boxing because of the whole coronavirus pandemic. And you know, boxing fans got really shafted by this crisis in the world, you know. And now, you know, with Casimero being with Sean Gibbons as his manager, with Casimero now fighting on PBC, it looks like you're not going to really get that fight because of the fact that he's aligned himself with PBC, you know. And, you know, I'm hoping maybe one day we can get the Inoue fight. But if we can't get the Inoue fight, that fight's just a pipe dream and it's not going to happen. It would suck. But this fight right here with Rigondeaux, I think it'd be great for the sport of boxing because of the fact that, you know, we talk about Casimero and we talk about Rigondeaux. I find these are two fighters in boxing who for as much as they both have accomplished, you know, I feel like in a weird way at 118, these two fighters need each other. I really believe that, because when we talk about Rigondeaux, right, especially Rigondeaux is a fighter that when he came into the sport of boxing, he came into the sport of boxing as one of the sport's most well-accomplished and decorated amateurs. You know, wasn't really managed or promoted the best by Bob Arum, had that big falling out with Bob Arum because they said he was boring, they said his style was this and it was that, but he didn't get enough of those big fights to really show that he was the top guy in the pros as he was in the amateurs. I mean, he had his moments in the pros. He beat Donaire, which is a great win. We can't slag that off at all because Donaire is a future Hall of Famer, first ballot, tip of the cap to him. But like, we wanted to see more from Rigondeaux's career, and unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to see it. I don't think he's fought in a while, but he is the WBA regular champion. I know he's a secondary champion, trinket holder, something like that in the WBA at 118. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I still think like Rigondeaux, for as good as respected as he is amongst his peers, and believe you me, when you talk to fighters in the sport of boxing, people who have seen Rigondeaux or know him, or even if they don't know him, he has the respect of his peers, and there's no greater respect than you could have in anything in life than the respect of people that are doing the same profession as you, because they know what it takes to be at that top level. So he's got that in spades. He's got that in a huge amount in boxing. So shout out to Rigondeaux. But in my opinion, I still think he needs that legacy-defining fight, that fight where people say, you know, Rigondeaux versus whoever, that was the fight right there for his career. And I don't think he's quite had it yet. I mean, he had the Donaire fight, which was a one-sided performance. But I feel like this fight right here could be that for him with Casimero, because when we talk about Riel Casimero, we're talking about pound for pound, one of the most devastating and hardest punchers in the sport. You know, this is a guy that to be fair, I had a chance to watch both these guys train this year. I had the honor and the blessing and the privilege to watch both these guys train this year. I saw Casimero train at Mundo Boxing Gym in Miami in, I'm gonna say it was March, and I saw Rigondeaux train at Mundo Boxing Gym in September or October. So I got to see what both of them are like in the gym. I got to see what their habits are like in the gym. And I got to see why both of them are two of the top fighters in the sport. You know, both of them pay attention to details. Both of them are very astute when it comes to what they want to do in that ring. And, you know, they apply their skills and they apply what they're trying to do to their opponents in different ways. You know, Rigondeaux is more of like a sweet scientist. He's a master boxer. He's got some of the best balance and fork you're ever going to see in the sport. And it just comes natural to him. Like boxing, for Rigondeaux, like for Guillermo Rigondeaux, boxing is just as natural as walking. Like I'm walking right now to Publix to go get me a nice sub or a sandwich or something like that, and that's how natural it is for me to go be a fat ass and go eat. That's what it is for Rigondeaux as a fighter to just, you know, fight. He's that damn good. For Casimero, this guy, he doesn't have that kind of skill that Rigondeaux has, but what Casimero has, he's got this sort of like meanness to him. You know, he's got this meanness to him. You know, he's like Casimero is that kid on the playground. Casimero is that kid on the playground that you thought was soft. That you look at him and he's small and he's this and he's that, and they try to pick on him, and then when they try to pick on Casimero, he punches you in your fucking mouth and you realize you made the worst mistake of your life. Like, that's the kind of meanness he fights with. Those are the kind of punches he hits you with, and that's the kind of power he's bringing to the ring. He's 118 pounds, but I think this guy has a punching power of like a 140 pounder, 147 pounder. He hits that damn hard. And I feel like their styles would be perfect for each other, because you have Rigondeaux who I think, because of his age, because of the fact that his legs aren't what they used to be, he's gonna be there. He's gonna fight. We saw in the Julio Ceja fight that Rigondeaux was trying to show himself as more of a guy who can slug it out, who can give those entertaining fights, because he wants, I don't know what he wants, but it looks like he just can't move like he used to, which could be a good thing, because if he slugs it out with a guy like Casimero, then that allows Casimero to be more in the fight, and I think you could have like a potential fight of the year type of fight. I think it's that kind of fight between Rigondeaux and Casimero. And for both of them, like, both of them have accomplished so much in their career. Both of them have been world champion. Both of them have good wins. Both of them have come back and became champion or trinket holder, if you will. And I feel like for both of them, this has a chance to be that fight that when they retire and they're 20 years out the game and their names are not really in the headlines anymore like that. This could be that fight where people say, yo, remember that fight with Casimero, Rigondeaux? That was a damn good fight. And this could do a lot for their legacy. So I'm my fingers are crossed. You know, it's unfortunate we didn't get that Casimero Inoue fight earlier this year. That's a tragedy. And if it never happens, if it doesn't happen in the next year or so, it'll be one of the biggest tragedies in boxing, because I think that would have been such a great fight. But this ain't a bad consolation. This ain't a bad fight at all either. So that's my take on Rigondeaux versus Casimero. And guess what? You know what? The winner of this fight, maybe they can get an Inoue. Maybe they can get in an Inoue fight, because, you know, Rigondeaux has been calling out Inoue on the regular. Casimero was going to fight Inoue. He had a fight lined up. It fell through because of a global pandemic. So maybe this fight could be the gateway to Inoue. We just don't know. But either way, it's a fight that I think at bantamweight is great for not just boxing fans, but these guys' careers. I think both these guys have done a lot in their careers, but they need that signature fight, and this could be it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
This is Denise Estrada, and you're watching True School Sports.
All right, thank you.